Hey guys, I'm here at Lift Every Voice and Sing Park. I'm here with Ennis Davis. He's Community Planning Collaborative. Thank you so very much for having me here today.
Thank you.
We're going to learn about this great park and really about the fantastic neighborhood that is LaVilla. It is historic and beautiful, and I'm so glad that it is looking as good as it is here as it is today. Ennis, thank you so much for joining us today. So for viewers who may not be familiar, can you tell us a little bit about LaVilla and why it's such an important part of Jacksonville's history?
Sure. So LaVilla is the oldest Gullah Geechee community within the city of Jacksonville. So Gullah Geechee basically meaning descendants of Central and Western Africans that through the transatlantic slave trade ended up in the southeastern coast of the U.S. And so LaVilla was this location where the U.S. colored troops during the Civil War were located when Jacksonville was occupied by the Union.
Right.
Following the Civil War, quickly emerged as a large community of African-American excellence, prosperity, culture, leading to many things that have changed the country, from the first live performance as documented of the blues in the U.S. in 1910. It's also where the Great Migration kind of morphed out of in 1916 with Bound for a Promised Land, another poem that's written in this area. So LaVilla has this story that that's much larger than just Jacksonville.
Yes,
it literally
is.
changed the face
Absolutely.
of the U.S. And so that's a little bit about the history of the neighborhood.
It's amazing, and there's been some really amazing folks that have come through the LaVilla neighborhood. I mean, everybody from like Ray Charles all the way down. I mean, it's really pretty cool. The history here is fantastic. Okay, so what is LaVilla Lift Every Voice and Sing Heritage Trail, and what experience can visitors expect, when we explore it?
So the trail is a part of an effort to revitalize the neighborhood around its culture, heritage, and history. So what you're going to experience on this trail is almost a 2-mile loop around the neighborhood that's going to give you a real in-depth breakdown of how LaVilla came to be, why it's here, and what its residents accomplished, not just in Jacksonville, but nationally.
It's inspiring to know that there's folks like you that are working to make this neighborhood, to revitalize it, to bring it back to its glory. So this project involves historians, it involves community members, preservation advocates, artists, local planners. So why are community-led storytelling and collaboration so important for projects like this?
The trail tells this narrative. While storytelling is important, it's the stories being told by the descendants and the people from this neighborhood. So it is an authentic experience.
Yeah.
And then from a revitalization perspective, to revitalize, you must reinvest economically within the community. So if you look at the makeup of the consultants in the community who developed the trail, is everyone who's tied back into the history of this section of Jacksonville.
I think it's beautiful. Beyond honoring history, how can projects like this Heritage Trail, support neighborhood pride, cultural tourism, and economic activity right here in downtown Jacksonville?
When it comes to this space that we're in here, the Johnson family home was torn down 100 years ago. But now this space tells that story, brings life and culture back to why there is a Lift Their Voice and Sing, what was happening here in Jacksonville, and the economics come in from the program and the events that are here. So as time continues to go on and as properties are redeveloped and start to infill in, you're going to see more retail or dining that's going to be linked back to what was here. So in essence, LaVilla is evolving. It's coming back to life. One day you'll be able to smell that barbecue again, those fish fries.
I love it.
Those baked fresh goods.
Yeah.
Like that is a whole component of why storytelling is very important, because it gives you the essence of the culture, and that culture leads to economic opportunity.
That's fantastic. The work that you're doing is amazing. Ennis, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate your time. We're going to go learn some more about LaVilla, so I appreciate you being here. Stick around, guys. We're going to go keep walking around and learn some more. We'll see you in just a minute. All right, guys, we're going to continue to learn about the LaVilla neighborhood. I'm here at the Ritz Theater Museum. I'm with the curator, Kalia Myrick. Hello. Thank you for having us here. This is an absolutely beautiful facility. I mean, not only is it a great performance venue, but the museum is so great. We got a chance to walk through beforehand, and it's very inspiring. Okay, so the Ritz Theater Museum is one of the most recognizable cultural institutions in LaVilla, right? So what role has the Ritz played in preserving and sharing the neighborhood's history and legacy?
Well, here at the Ritz, we have the opportunity of being one of the last operable buildings in LaVilla, and we are able to use that space to give people a snapshot in time, a day in the life of what it would have been like to live here.
It's so neat because when you go through the museum, like you can go to like, there's like the post office kind of thing, or like the dentist, like the doctor's office and stuff, and you can go and see how all those kind of facilities would have looked, and it's beautiful. It's like walking down a street. It's so cool. For someone who exploring LaVilla Heritage Trail for the first time, why should a visit to the Ritz be part of that experience, and what stories can visitors discover here, bringing LaVilla to life?
So for one, the great animatronic that we have, that's definitely a favorite of a lot of the visitors. So going to Lift Every Voice and Sing Park and learning a lot about the Johnson brothers is one thing, but then to see the robots come to life here in our animatronic theater is so much fun. And then you also get to have a lot more backstory and a little bit more of a deep dive than just the panels that you'll see outside in the trail.
Absolutely, which are great, right? And they're very informative, but you really get to dig in here.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So the Ritz isn't just about preserving history, it's also a living cultural venue like we were talking about before. The theater is still operational. What programs, performances, exhibitions, or events are you most excited about right now, and where can viewers, find more?
Well, we have 2 exhibitions happening right now. We have a small rotating space called You Are Here that maps life in Black Jacksonville, and we have done oral histories with local artists here that have done a lot of history, so that one's always a lot of fun for people who are looking for more of the living stories. And then we also have our photography exhibition, Shutter and Sound, happening in the larger gallery, and that one's very cool to learn about the different music that came through here, as LaVilla was originally a Chitlin Circuit spot.
That's
you can find more at ritzjacksonville.com.
Okay, that's going to be very, very fun. That is very, very cool. Guys, I implore you to come out here. The LaVilla Heritage Trail is absolutely beautiful. You're going to learn so much about our city's history and a thriving neighborhood, a once thriving neighborhood that we are hoping will be a thriving neighborhood once again. Thank you so very much for having me today. It is a real pleasure to be here.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time.